Hey, how's it going everyone? My name is True Underdog, and today we're going to be messing around with Adam. Now today, please bear with me as my original controller did die, which means I am stuck with the Hori Fight Commander, which does not have the middle button that lets you restart the round. So if I want to reset my position, I'm going to have to move around or switch sides, hop over Green Lantern here, who is a lot taller than me. I think Adam might be the shortest character in the game. Alrighty then, with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and start this breakdown. I'm going to map his special moves on screen first, so go ahead and bear with me. Okay, and there we go. Every special move is now on screen, so let's get started. First off, we have the Atomizer. Pretty decent projectile, good speed. Not the best startup, but very good speed once it's out. And if you meter burn it, it extends the combo. Very big deal. Oh, that felt so natural. I like this character already. Now, normally that projectile is unsafe on block, so be careful with that. Now, if you meter burn it, it's actually safe on block. It's -4. So it's not your turn, but you can block in time before the opponent counterattacks. That's a very big deal. So even if you're not the best at hit confirms, it doesn't really matter because if they block it or if it hits, you're still safe either way as long as you spin the meter. Good stuff. Next we have Proton Port. His teleport can also be done in the air. And if you meter burn it, it crosses up and it hits. Very good stuff, and it's very, very fast. Can be done from the air. And I think it said that it's unsafe on block. Yeah, it's very unsafe on block if they block it. But at the same time, it's going to be pretty tough to deal with. They can crouch block it, so that's a good thing. They can just neutral crouch block it, and that will actually beat you every time if they crouch straight down. But it's still going to catch them if they're pushing any buttons. So if you jump and they try to anti-air, catch them with this. If they're throwing a projectile and you jump it, and they're going to throw a second one, catch them with this. Very, very good stuff. Even by default, you can still throw them. Oh, never mind. You're actually not within the range to throw them, but you could go for an attack, like a low. Yeah, that would work. He's got a low string. Cool. I love how natural the attack strings feel in this game at this point. I know what a low attack feels like and what direction I should put. And next up we have the Atom Bomb. Oh, that's the Stomp, that's right. So it's a low attack from full screen, and if I meter burn it, it's actually unblockable. Now, slightly longer startup when I meter burn it, but it isn't unblockable. And like the developers themselves were saying, it looks very similar to his Proton Port. It's like the exact same hop. So the opponent's not going to know exactly which one to expect, so they might jump trying to beat the unblockable and you catch him with the teleport. That's going to be some very sneaky stuff, so do it once, unblockable with the teleport, boom, double mix up. Now that is 2 bars, but it's still something for the opponent to consider. I mean, at the very least they jump and you get a teleport in for free. You close the distance, so either way it's pretty good. This is going to be a good way to counter projectiles. You block one, you go for the Stomp. Next we have Fermion Fury. This move is great for ending combos, and if you meter burn it, you can actually extend with the back 3. You have more than enough time. Great for ending combos, great for whiff punishing too. If you're like at this distance and the opponent's trying to attack you, they throw out a limb, boom, catch him with this. It's got really good range and it's fast too. Very scary stuff. And then we have Defying Gravity. Oh yeah, that's that weird move where he can float and he can do everything from up here. So he can teleport while he's up here, he can do normals while he's up here. Can he do more than one normal? No, he's only allowed to do one normal. Can I control which direction I go? No, I'm just going to go slower in that direction. I can teleport though. That's a pretty big deal. You can like be drifting and then teleport. Good stuff. Okay, I gotta keep in mind I can't throw from there. I keep wanting to throw from there and you can't do it. He's not Dark Side. He can't just teleport into throw. You could jump backwards and do it. This can be great for dodging projectiles or baiting an anti-air. You jump, the anti-air, nope, wait, and then hit him. Good stuff. Very good for that too. Very good. It's going to be very tough to combo after though. You actually kind of can't. You could like teleport, but that's about it, and it's not letting me even do that, so... Oh, very dirty stuff. Next up we have Catalyst Chaos. This attack is very interesting. It's one of the big things about his playstyle. It's going to be hard for a lot of new players to master. It hits low, and it has a far version if you hold forward, which isn't super far. It's about jumping distance away. It's got a pretty good hitbox on it though. Even when you don't think it hits, it still hits, so that's very good. And it can actually mix with Experiment X525, so... If I throw that down, then I drop down Catalyst, I now have like a poison gas, which does damage to the opponent over time, and a pretty good amount of damage too. So that's very scary stuff. Now what if I meter burn the Catalyst? Just more damage. Okay, so meter burn just does more damage by default. Pretty considerable amount though. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. 132. Oh, I get different versions too. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, so I can do more than one version of that. So by default, it's just a gas, right? But if I hold forward, then I get something different. So now I'll put it down. That's actually a low traveling projectile. It goes across the floor, it will dodge all other projectiles. So even if you're fighting Sub-Zero, who can like negate other projectiles, it'll go under his projectile and still hit the opponent. Very, very big deal. Good stuff. What if I like put the enhanced version into it? Does that enhance the projectile itself too? So here's that, and I'm gonna meter burn it. Oh, it does. It meter burns the projectile. It actually holds them in place for a combo. That's scary stuff. Okay, so I can enhance the catalyst. That's really cool. So then, what if I do the back version? Okay, now we have red. What does this do? Oh, it's an explosive. That's right. So I saw someone do that in the trailer. They froze the person, they put it down, and they fell on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be fast enough. Now, you can't really do that. You can just set it up. You can't actually get it to combo, but you could set up the gas, or you could set up whatever else you want to do. So that's pretty useful. You could also always drop your combo early, or just use this to set it up, like right there. And now I have it. I can drop the catalyst. Boom. Now we have poison gas. That could be really good in the corner. Boom. Now they're dealing with it. Even worse, I could actually do this. Meter burn it. Now it's double the unblockable. Look at that. So much damage. And if I put a combo on top of it, they would be dying very quickly. That's very scary stuff. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine the corner damage this guy's going to do. It's going to be so, so frightening. That is it for his special moves, everybody. If I missed something, please post it down in the comments. Let's move on to his attack strings. Okay, so not many attack strings. That's very nice. Not too much to memorize. First off, we have Overexposed. Very fast startup. First attack's a high, so the opponent could duck under it and uppercut you if they're fast to react, so keep that in mind. Does combo very easily, though. Right there. Boom. I dropped it, but you know what? It's not important. Let's move on. It's also safe on block, so it's very good for that, too. Keep that in mind. Very, very good move. Next up, we have Eye on You. That's very clever. So if that hits low, you can't actually combo after it, but it does hit low. So very good for that. It can also combo into his trait, I believe someone said. So I can actually do this and just be in the trait. Now they got to deal with me. More on his trait later. I'm actually not sure what it does exactly. I just know mashing 2 does a combo. So let's move on to the next string. So next we have Microaggression. Oh my god, there's politics in my video game. Who put their politics in my video game? Okay, those are both mids. All 3 are actually mids, so the opponent cannot duck under this. They're forced to block it. Is it safe? It's not just safe, it's +7. So if the opponent blocks this, it's still your turn. That's a very, very big deal. How is it that block advantage? Is that correct? That cannot be correct. That's hilarious. Look at that block advantage. That's nuts. That can't be true. So all of his attack strings seem to be safe. Except for like a few. Like that one's unsafe, but you're going to finish it. So let's see this one. Okay, so it ends with an overhead. So that's very similar to what Black Manta can actually do. You can end the combo with an overhead and that makes it safe, but if you don't finish it, then it's very punishable. Now when you get small, you can still cancel into trait and you'll stay in trait, so that's a big deal. I did back 2-1 and then circle, and I stayed small. That's a big deal, important to take note of. And then last but not least, we have Overreacting. Great for ending combos and starting them off if you have the meter to burn, right? Good for that too. But mostly good for ending combos. It combos very easily into his back forward too. Very good for that. Great for ending combos. Great move in general. Let's look at his ground bounces real quick. So 4-3 is actually pretty fast. His ground bounce is pretty quick. So he doesn't have any overheads at the start of his strings, but he can do this. And it's still pretty hard for the opponent to react to. It's pretty fast. And even if they do react, if they try to be aggressive and counter it, you can just meter burn it. It will armor through. Now his wall bounce. What's the wall bounce like? What's the hitbox on this thing? Not bad. About your average hitbox. He does not duck, so it won't dodge anything. And it's got pretty slow startup, but it's still your like normal, common back 3. Nothing special about it, very standard. Now his sweep is a very good move. His sweep is apparently one of the best sweeps in the game, and a very good move in general. Because not only are you crouching and dodging a lot of stuff, but it's got very good range. Very good, and it's fast. A very strong move he has. In fact, one of the biggest strengths of this character is he has good lows. He has good low mix-ups. He does not have many overheads, so make sure you use the forward 3. Use that ground bounce often when you're in the opponent's face to make them guess. Like if they're in the corner and you catch them with the low, say you do that. Well, I can't actually combo after that. So if you catch them with a low and do your combo, a very short combo, do the overhead next time. Make them keep guessing. Don't always do the low because they're just going to keep crouching, and there's no reason not to crouch unless you do forward 3. That will make them stand up every now and then and keep them scared. Alrighty, so that is it for the attack strings. Let's move on to his trait. I'm very curious how his trait works. It's got a lot of stuff to it. So I can shrink, I can do an uppercut, I can do the lunge, or I can do a slide. Is the slide actually low? Oh my god, it is. and then I can grow big again. Okay, so just hit circle again to cancel it. I can do it in the air, and it seems to be the same, although I do have an air dash when I'm small. So when I'm tiny, I can air dash. I don't know why, maybe I'm actually jumping off the atoms themselves. Oh my god, that's a free cross-up. Are you serious right now? I get a free cross-up there? That is nuts. That's crazy. Okay, so you can combo into it like we showed earlier. You can actually do this, and you'll be small. Now I'm not sure if it actually combos though. It does. If you mash 2, it actually does combo, and you can just keep it going. Now keep in mind, the longer you stay in it, the more staggered he will be when it ends. So you don't want to risk that. So let me go ahead and cancel it sooner so I can show you what I mean. I'm going to go into trait this time, but about halfway through, I'm going to become big again. So about there, time to get big. Now I was stunned, but only for a short period. Very tough for the opponent to punish. But if I let it drain all the way, like you saw earlier, I was standing in place for almost 2 solid seconds. The opponent had time to dash in from full screen and get a combo on me. So it's a very high risk, high reward kind of move. Now to avoid that, you can actually throw the opponent. And if you throw them, you will not get the cooldown. So look at that. I completely avoided the cooldown by ending with a throw. Now keep in mind the opponent can tech your throw. It's actually not unblockable. Well, it is unblockable, they just can't tech it. They can interrupt it is what I'm saying. Now aside from the lows and the mids, what also makes this very crazy is of course the air cross up. That's a very, very big deal. But also you can do overheads. You can jump and just attack normally when you're small. That's a very big deal too. So if the opponent's expecting a low or a mid, they're just crouching trying to play it safe, you can actually hop in and get them that way. So check it out. I can just do a jump in. Is that an overhead? That's not an overhead. They said it was. Wait a second, am I missing something? They said in the watchtower that he had an overhead. Were they lying to me? Oh, from the air. So if you're in the air and you do 3, that's how you get the overhead. Don't do the others, they're actually mids for some reason. But if you do 3, then it counts. So up in the air in 3, the heavy attack, that does count as an overhead. Very interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and try that real quick. Is it straight down? Okay, that's why. It's got very short range, so the opponent's not going to fear it unless you're right in their face. That drained really quick. Oh my gosh. Does it drain faster when you're doing certain attacks? It very well might. Make sure to spend some time in the lab and see if it drains faster with certain moves. It sure felt like it did just then. That was some scary stuff though. And I could also cross up and do that. Right? I could jump. Can I cross up? Oh, it's not going to work. The air dash is so strong that I go too far to actually do that. I can't really cross up and then do the overhead. I can just cross up, or I can do the overhead. Or I can go for a low. He has 50-50s when he's small, but not when he's big. That's pretty funny. I can go for a low, or I can go overhead, low, Can I throw him? Oh, nope, not enough time. I'm big. Oh gosh, out of energy. Okay, everybody, I think that is it for his move list, and his special moves, and his trait. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. If you did, please leave a like down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and post a comment, too. How do you feel about Adam? If you want more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the bell. That will notify you when I make a new video. And you don't want to miss them because they're always fun. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.